Pure drama in court, pitting Johnny Depp against his ex-wife, actress Amber Heard.
I want to tell you this. All right.
Depp came to court for the first day of testimony in the defamation trial promptly on time. Amber looked cool and professional in a crisp gray suit, a wisp of blonde hair framing her face. Depp and his ex have been forbidden by the judge from stopping and taking selfies or signing autographs with any of the fans who have gathered outside the courthouse here in Fairfax, Virginia. That's because the judge says she does not want this case to turn into a, quote, circus. Inside the courtroom, it was like a Hollywood production. Multiple cameras have been set up, offering clear shots of the stars. Amber sat at the defense table. Depp looked the part of a movie star. His hair was highlighted, and on his tattooed fingers, 4 rings. What do you make of their demeanor in court? People are saying online, well, she looks professional. She showed up in a suit. He looks like Johnny Depp, the movie star.
You have to be yourself because the jury can read it. If you're trying to pull something over the jury's eyes, they're going to catch it. They know Johnny Depp, so Johnny Depp's going to be Johnny Depp. They may or may not know Amber Heard, so she can almost create a persona in there. So I think it's a good tack by both of them.
The trial stems from an op-ed piece that Amber wrote for the Washington Post in 2018, in which she did not name Depp, but said, "I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out." Depp's lawyer painted her as a liar, saying she made up the abuse at the height of the Me Too movement to gain publicity for a movie she was starring in at the time.
Today, his name is associated with a lie, a false statement uttered by his former wife, Amber Heard, that falsely cast Mr. Depp as a villain.
The accusation has cost him his legendary career, the lawyer claimed.
Ms. Heard did not use Mr. Depp's name in the op-ed. She didn't have to, because the evidence will show that everyone in Hollywood knew exactly what she was talking about.
When it was Amber Heard's turn, her lawyer portrayed Depp as a drug-addicted abuser.
A cross-country plane flight in May 2014 from Boston to Los Angeles, when he kicked Amber in the back. You'll hear evidence that he had had no food for days, that he had used cocaine, that he had had half a bottle of whiskey.
They also said that Depp's career was already in a freefall and had nothing to do with Amber's op-ed.
The evidence will show that Disney had a dossier on him, that had articles from the press, had other information about Mr. Depp, and they didn't have this article at all.
The first witness to take the stand, Depp's sister, Christy, who booked hotel rooms and travel for the couple.
I wanted to make sure that there was an extra room, because it wasn't unusual for them to have an argument. So I wanted to make sure that there was an extra room.
The trial is expected to last 5 weeks.
Both sides did tell this jury that both Johnny will take the stand and Amber Heard will take the stand to tell their side.
And this is exactly what happens when you value women over yourself. Okay? They forget very quickly who you are. And they start treating you like some low-value chump. Okay, as you can see what's happening with Johnny here. Right? What happened in Johnny's relationship? Really, what happened to Johnny is no different than what happened to Will Smith. Okay? What happened was Johnny forgot who he was, okay? And he started acting beta around her. I don't have to tell you that. And guess what? She, his wife, Amber, started to treat him as a beta. She didn't see him as Johnny Depp anymore. She just saw him as some low-value chump. She didn't see him as Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean or Officer Hansen from 21 Jump Street, my generation. No, she didn't see him as that at all. Or Edward Scissorhands. No. She just saw him as some groveling, weak, spineless, average frustrated chump. We call that AFC in the old pickup community. Okay, that's what she started to see him as, and that's how she started to treat him. And this is why she started behaving badly. And sure, okay, let's get this out of the way. Amber was no good woman, right? She was not a good woman to begin with, right? She was toxic. I mean, you can look at her Wikipedia page and you can see what type of woman she was. I mean, this was a girl who, even as far back as 2010, was talking about how she was engaging in bisexual relationships, how she had a thing for both men and women. I always tell you guys too, when you guys ask me like, oh, I met this girl and she says, you know, she's been bi in the past. She's kind of experimented with women. No, all bets are off. Because it's bad enough that you're competing with other guys. Imagine you're now also competing with other women. Okay? It just makes things even that much more complicated. And it's not worth it. Okay, it's not worth it. So, in Johnny's case, he hooked up with the wrong woman. Okay? He hooked up with a very bad woman. And the reason why a lot of these type of guys, who you would think are high value, hook up with these bad women is because they themselves are looking for somebody to lead that relationship because they don't trust themselves to lead. You know, and you might think of Johnny Depp, badass actor, right? Very well respected in the Hollywood community. And obviously he is, because he has guys like Elon Musk coming to his defense. He's going to go testify for him in court. I think James Franco's coming out for him too, because apparently he dated Amber Heard, rumor has it. And a lot of these very big time socialites are coming out in his defense, which by the way is ruining his it's really ruining his social status, because it's kind of displaying to the world that he's petty, right? I mean, he's filing this $50 million lawsuit against his ex-wife, Amber Heard, and the reason why he's doing this, I mean, you know, granted, he does have some good points that he probably lost movie roles because she lied about him. Let me stop this. Well, now let me jump off real quick. He's losing movie roles because she lied about him, and he's probably lost out on a lot of endorsements and a lot of commercials he could have been doing because she started floating this rumor that she had been abused, right, physically, and kind of pointed the finger in his direction. Didn't call him out specifically by name, but insinuated that it was him. So this is why I say his case is very muddy. I think deep down he knows, as well as lawyers know, that his case is very muddy. You know, he's going to have to drag his name through the dirt. Why does he really need this money? I mean, does he need that $50 million? No, he makes plenty of money, you know, doing movies. He's worth plenty of money. As far as like how long he's been acting, he has a lot of money stashed away in his bank account. This is really a jab at Amber Heard. It's really a jab at her because you can tell he's still angry at her, right? He's still mad at her, and this is his way of kind of getting back at her. When really, you know, Johnny needs to look in the mirror at himself and go, hey, I need to fix what I did wrong here, and just forgive himself. And really just move forward, you know, and start really educating himself, like many guys have out there, you know, and start learning this stuff, right, that you guys have learned. And it's almost shocking, right, that these guys with all sorts of money in Hollywood, you know, all sorts of clout, don't have the information that you have up in your head, thanks to channels like the 33 Secrets, right? You would have been able to spot a woman like Amber Heard miles and miles away, and you would have known, like, hey, this chick might screw me over at some point in the future. So Johnny needs to take a hard look at himself and blame himself first and go, hey man, you know what? You know, maybe even do like a PSA, like, hey guys, don't make the mistake that I did. I hooked up with the wrong woman because I didn't know any better. I didn't trust myself to lead. You know, I was looking for somebody else to help carry the relationship. You know, and Johnny, like a lot of these Hollywood celebrities, including Will Smith, obviously, right? They're very woke. They very much bought into this social narrative that has been going on for quite a long time now. That the woman, you know, you got to trust her. She's empowered. She's strong. She's independent. This is not the woman of the 1950s. She's not a housewife. She's strong. She doesn't need you, mister. She could live without you. And he bought into that, yeah. And he acted as such in his relationship. And because of that, his woman Completely lost respect for him. Whereas I guarantee you, when she first met this guy, she was probably like, hey man, this is Johnny Depp. Oh my goodness, I'm with Johnny Depp. Woo! Everybody loves Johnny Depp. All the women want to be with Johnny Depp, and all the guys want to be Johnny Depp. So she bought into the caricature of him. What have I told you guys? Right? What have I told you guys since day one on my channel? Women don't fall in love with you. They fall in love with the idea of you. Get that straight. And once that fantasy is broken, okay? Once that fantasy is broken, all bets are off. The chick will very quickly lose attraction and respect for you. As you've seen what has happened with Johnny Depp, Will Smith, and others like them in Hollywood that I still have yet to cover here on my channel. I'm just covering these two right now because they've been in the news lately. All right, but make no mistake, the woman falls in love with the idea of you, the fantasy version of you, not the reality version of you. Okay, and the only way that that caricature, right, that fantasy in her head that she has of you will be broken is if you start acting out of character. In pickup terms, we call this incongruence, right? What happened to Johnny? Why did Amber lose attraction for him? Because she started to see an incongruence in his personality, the way he was acting, the way he was carrying himself, versus what she had in her head. So once that incongruence becomes exposed to the girl, that is when she loses all attraction and interest for you. This is why I keep telling like my pickup students, the number one most important trait you must learn in game is congruence, being aligned in your thoughts, words, and actions at all times. And this is why I tell you guys, everything I teach you, the dating stuff, the pickup stuff, the red pill stuff, it has to become who you are, okay? It has to become who you are. That way, you don't have to worry about being incongruent. You're congruent 24/7 because this is now who you've become. It's not an act. You're not, putting on a facade. This is just who you are. Okay? And it won't feel like work. It won't feel like, oh my gosh, my girl's staying over tonight. I have to play the part of the strong man. No, this will just be who you are from now on. Okay? Will you be perfect overnight? No. It takes work. Okay? It takes work. You might have to lose a couple of girls until it finally gets like all the beta gets beat out of you and you stop making all those same wimpish mistakes that you made in the past. But that's how you learn. Okay? That's how you learn. So with these guys like Johnny, unfortunately, as much as I agree with him, I think he needs to also man up and also blame himself, right? I'm not taking anything off Amber, but I am putting a lot more accountability on Johnny's decisions. And he chose her, right? He was the one, obviously women are the gatekeepers of sex, but they're not the gatekeepers to the relationship. He could have been like, nope, girl, you gotta work for this. I'm Johnny Depp. You gotta work to show me why I should commit to you when I have millions of women all around the world that want me. And they did. He's Johnny Depp. But now, what's happening around with him, and this is all dragging out in court, it's just doesn't look good. I put it that way. Doesn't look good for him because, anybody with half a brain could see that, he's just trying to take a jab back at her. That chick doesn't have $50 million to give him. I think she's only worth $8 million or something like that. Apparently, I did a little research on her. She's only worth $8 million. I mean, even if he gets an out-of-court settlement, what is he going to get? It's not going to be worth, even if he gets all of her money, all $8 million of her money, it's not going to be worth the damage that he's doing to his reputation now, right? I mean, I remember back in the day, Johnny Depp was like the king of cool. Is he the king of cool now? No. He's been reduced to just another beta male. At his own hand. At his own hand. Right? And he's making, he's just making it worse for himself, dragging this thing on. And I think at this point, the guy just needs to take accountability for being blue pill and beta in his relationship, and letting, picking the wrong woman, picking a toxic woman. I mean, Amber's the type of woman that, I talk about on my channel all day long. The DG, stay away, right? Even as I mentioned earlier in this coaching video, you guys who message me about girls who say, oh, I don't know if I'm kind of into girls too, as well as guys, and you ask me like, oh, is this girl good for an LTR? I'm like, no, that chick's a 304, son. She's doing both, she's a switch hitter, right? She's playing both sides of the field. I mean, like I said, it's bad enough that you have to compete with other guys, but having to compete with other girls too? No, all bets are off. And the only chicks who really, want to experiment that way, in my experience, have always been DG or toxic, or will bring chaos and distraction to your life, as Amber has for Johnny. She's been nothing but one big distraction. Okay, it's almost like watching two 7th graders just, completely spread rumors about each other. It's constantly like he said, she said. And these people are supposed to be respected Hollywood celebrities. And it's hard to respect somebody who acts out like that, who acts incongruent from the caricature that he created in everybody's mind, as far as being in this A-list actor, only goes for these very, very esoteric roles in Hollywood. Doesn't take like action roles or anything like that. No, he wants to do these very, very artsy type esoteric roles. And after what's going on with him and his wife and this being dragged out in public, I mean, he's just been reduced to another beta who showed that he's still blue pill, needs to learn this stuff. Even with all his money and fame, he couldn't escape it. Right? This is why I tell you guys, this is so important that you learn this stuff. Because if it can happen to Johnny Depp, guess what? It can happen to you too. That's why you gotta live and learn. Subscribe to 33 Secrets. As always, don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Helps me out a ton. A lot of you guys still aren't subscribed to the 33 Secrets, man. I'm checking my analytics, right? You guys are watching videos, but you're not subscribed. So help a brother out and subscribe to the 33 Secrets. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content I'm teaching you even further, best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 months to mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the hottest, youngest, most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world now are out there approaching, closing every single week, and I'm kid you not, we're making things happen every single week, and I want you to join us. I want you to become one of us. It's really easy to sign up. All you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, so do that now. It's only $1, right? Only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. So click the link below. It'll take you over to my site. You can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. And until next time, this is M from 33 Secrets, signing out from LA Fitness here in Los Angeles.